What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? The season's over. Season's over. Season's definitely over. Definitely over. Season is definitely over. Definitely over. The Texans fall to the Jacksonville Jaguars 17-10. Uh it really should have been a lot worse. The Jags were doing everything they possibly could to let the Texans win this game offensively, like as far as like the way they were dropping like 100 drop passes out there, easy, wide open catches, um, um, easy, wide open catches. The defense played well throughout the game, but when you need them the most, just like last week when you needed them the most, they did not come through. Like I told y'all, going into the season, this defense's biggest weakness is uh the biggest weakness is that they constantly give a big plays in every single game, and they gave up what was a 46 yarder, that basically ended this game. They basically ended this game. They put them in a position where I was screaming at the TV to let them score, because maybe that will give us our best chance and our best opportunity to at least do something. But yeah, the season is over. This team is bad. Um, this is one of, if not, I don't have a problem with somebody even saying that the Texans are the worst team in the NFL. I don't, because they're at the very least they're one of the worst teams in the NFL. Because again, like I said, for the last 2 weeks, there is no redeeming qualities about this team. There's no redeeming qualities about this team. This team is trash. From top to bottom. The only person out there doing their damn job is Will Anderson. Everybody else in this team is trash. Yeah, I don't want to hear nothing about Nico Collins being the top 5 receiver or even the top 10 receiver, mind you, because he had opportunities in this game to get stuff done, and time after time after time again, he let you down. And he's supposed to be your best player on offense. And he let you down. You had a chance to end this game and close out and take a win. But you fumble. Top 10 players don't do that. So I don't want to hear about him being a top 10 receiver anymore. That shit done. It's done. We said this last week about CJ. He'll be a top 20 quarterback. That's done. It's done. Stop it. I don't want to hear nothing about that no more. I don't care. Take off your Texan fandom. It's a wrap. It's over. Finito. It's done. It's a wrap. End it. It's over with. It's done. Stop that. I don't hear nothing more about that. I don't hear no more lists and rankings and none of that. None of that. I'm a dog. I don't want to hear none of that, because no, you're not. Because if you was a dog, we would have a damn win right now. We're 0-3. This team's supposed to be too damn talented to be 0-3. And you, hey, newsflash, you're going to be 0-5. You're going to be 0-5. I'm saying it right now. You losing to Tennessee next week. And you damn sure going to go inside Baltimore and get demolished against the Ravens. That's a wrap. Don't even talk about that. So you're going to be 0-5 going into the bye week. Thank you, Houston Texans. You will be 0-5 going into the bye week. That's a wrap. Guarantee it. Write it down. Book it. Write it down. Book it. Stamp it. You're going to be 0-5 going into the bye week. 0-5. 0-5. You're going to be 0-5 going to the bye week, because this team is bad. There's nothing about this team that's good right now. Nothing. What's good? Please tell me. Nothing. Not a thing. They got cool uniforms. Oh man, they got some. They got one of the coldest uniforms in the NFL. Hey, they got the battle red helmets and man. That's all you got. That's all you got. You got some cold merch. You got some good merch. That's all you got right now. That's the only thing you can hang your hat on is your merch. That's it. Because your play on the field ain't that by a long shot. Your stuff on the field ain't that at all, bro. At all. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. This team is trash, bro. This team is absolute garbage. Grade A garbage. Man, hit them like button, man. I see a whole bunch of people jump up in here, man. Hit that like button, dog. I know y'all mad at the game. I know y'all mad with y'all just seen. I'm mad, obviously, what I just seen. But make sure you hit that like button, man. Make sure you hit that like button, bro. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that like button. Please make sure you hit that like button. Get them likes up. Really appreciate that. Man, get them likes up. Really, really appreciate that, dog. Dog, this is man, dog. David Caldwell did better. Hey, boy. I already know he was in here. Hey, his team is out there doing the thing. Hey, shout out to that boy Chris for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Texans the worst team. Texans the worst team 2025. Let's go. Shout out to Chris for the super chat love. He's not lying about that. The Texans are one of the worst teams. Absolutely right. They are one of the worst teams. Absolutely right. Shout out Chris once again for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Is the Colts top 10? The Colts legit. That's what he said. The Colts legit top 10 beating Tennessee 41-20 with Indiana Jones. I guess that's probably a thing they got calling him Indiana Jones, right? I mean, there could be. I mean, hey, shout out Chris for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that, man. I don't even think Indy punted yet. Have they? I mean, they at the very least, they I think they probably as far as how things are looking, they the best offense in the NFL right now. They best offense in the NFL right now. Hey, shout out, oh wait, shout out Ty man for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Hold on, they like it won't like it. There you go. Shout out Ty man for super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. CJ threw a softball to the defense with zero pressure in his face, with Kirk wide open with the game. Wouldn't give him a cent after the rookie deal. Shout out Top Man for super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. I mean, yeah, CJ played bad. CJ's been playing bad. It's not that he played bad. CJ's been playing bad. CJ been playing bad for the last year and a half right now. Like we got to call it spade. His last time playing real good football from top to bottom was week 1 against Indy. I know people want to bring up the Chargers game in the playoffs. That was a flash. Then also he started that game off horrible. But man, hey. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So the Texans fall to the Jacksonville Jaguars, 17-10. Texans are 0-3 on the season. CJ was 25 or 38 for 65 completion percentage, 204 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Chubb carried the ball 9 times, had 38 yards. Nico Collins was targeted 11 times, so you finally was targeting Nico. Nico got 11 targets, 8 catches, 104 yards, had a touchdown, but had the fumble to end up losing you the game. In my personal opinion, I think the game was lost with that fumble. Dalton Schultz targeted 6 times, had 5 catches for 39 yards. Kurt targeted 8 times, had 3 catches for 25 yards. X got was targeted 3 times for got 3 catches for 16 yards. Willie Marks carried the ball 6 times, had 27 yards, and then had 1 catch for 9 yards that show what he can do dynamically. And for some reason, we still are not utilizing him correctly or not utilizing him at all. Trevor Lawrence was 20 of 40 for 50% completion percentage, 222 yards, no touchdowns, 1 interception. Travis Etienne had 16 rushes for 56 yards and a touchdown. BTJ was targeted 6 times in this game, only had 2 catches for 55 yards, but like I said, had a 56 had a 46 yard catch and run that basically ended the game. He basically ended the game right there on Kamari. Called Kamari lacking and called Kamari lacking, peeking in the backfield, was able to slant, and BTJ was able to make a move. And again, like I've been saying, defense gives a big play. Washington, PJ Washington targeted 11 times, had 4 catches for 34 yards. Things to take away from this game. One, the number one rushing attack coming into this game, averaging 169 yards a game. We held them to half of that. We held them to half of that. We shut them down rushing the football to only 86 yards. We shut them down to 86 yards rushing the football. They came into this game being the best running attack, averaging 169 yards a game. We shut them down to half of that. We held them to half of that. But it's not all just big things for the defense. Even though Petrie got a interception when Trevor Lawrence was made a bad throw. Trevor Lawrence looked like Trevor Lawrence in that instance right there, where Trevor Lawrence was in there staring down his receivers the entire time and just basically throwing the football up right there to Jalen Petrie, and Jalen Petrie was able to catch the football and able to put the Texans in position, because the following play, Texans finally did something I've been asking the Texans to do for the last 4 years. When you have a quick change of possession, forcing a turnover, because this defense for the previous 3 years have been getting turnovers left and right. To that next play, take a shot. Even if you don't get the shot, take a shot. And take a shot. At least let the defense know that we're able to take shots and go take a shot. And then, because you catch that defense slipping as far as a quick change of possession, that's something that you need to do, and that's something that they did. The very next play, take a deep shot. Nico Collins, boom, 40-yard touchdown. And okay, we back in business. About time, doing something that we're supposed to be doing. So that was the only good sequence of events, in my personal opinion, today, was that Petrie interception, and then you turn around and you was able to flip that the very next play for a Nico Collins touchdown. But like I said, Trevor Lawrence, even though he only threw 50%, it actually really wasn't all his fault. I gotta give Trevor Lawrence some credit, or not even some credit, not even put blame on Trevor Lawrence. Y'all know how I feel about Trevor Lawrence. I think he's one. Well, they kind of toned down the hype train on Trevor Lawrence, but you know how I know how the hype train on Trevor Lawrence has kind of calmed down a little bit. But even though the hype train has calmed down Trevor Lawrence a little bit, I still think that he was overrated, number one overall pick. But that's a conversation for another day. But I gotta give him some. I gotta not blame him, because his receivers were doing their best job. Their best job of giving. I don't know. Somebody might need to check the Jags receivers and see if they had a bet line on this game or something, because they were doing their best job of giving this game to the Texans. Because when I mean wide open, easy, wide open passes right there in your hands, right there. Ain't nobody even around you, because Stingley got hurt early on in the game, and right there, nobody around you, and they're dropping easy first downs and big plays and potential touchdowns and things like that. They were just dropping footballs all over the field today. Like I said, I'm pretty sure somebody might need to check, because I haven't seen the numbers of did they either get close to eclipse the record of the most drops in the game as a team, because that was just bad football. They was dropping the football left and right and left and up and down and backwards and forth. They were dropping the football all over the field today. So that's the reason why he threw, because I'm pretty sure it probably, instead of it being Stephen being 20 to 40, he probably would have been, like real talk, he probably would have been about 30. He probably been about 30 to 40. Probably got him another 100 yards and probably got him two more touchdowns. Like the Jags should have beat the Texans by multiple touchdowns. Even though I know I picked the Texans to win, I know I said it kind of begrudgingly. I said it even then that it was foolish of me to say it. I said I know this is. I said it on Friday that it was foolish of me to say it. I'm not making that mistake again. I'm not making that mistake again. Like I said, I'm saying it right here today. The Texans are going to lose to Tennessee. I'm saying it right here today. The Texans are going to lose to Tennessee. I'm saying it right here, right now. The Texans are going to lose to Tennessee, and they're going to turn around and they're going to lose to the Baltimore Ravens, and they're going to go into the bye week 0-5. And then I see people up here talking about Nick Caley trash fire. Nick Caley, you're absolutely right. Going into the season, I'm like, Nick Haley's not going to get fired. No matter how bad the offense is, Nick Haley's not going to get fired. My caveat to that is if the Texans start off 0-5. If the Texans start off 0-5, I can see Nick Haley getting fired right here and right now. Because, bro, this offense is horrific. We were talking about how bad this offense was with Bobby Slowick. We were talking about how bad this offense was with Bobby Slowick. Bro. We were talking about how bad this bro, this don't even hold a candle. Bobby Slowick is miles better than Nick Haley. With these stupid substitutions they're doing, all these different receivers in and out and in and out and in and out, all these stupid dumbass. What is he doing? Like, really, what is Nick Haley doing? This offense is bad. His offense is bad. I see somebody brought up Nick Caserio. Hey, you know what? You're right about that. You know why? Because Nick Caserio can't draft offensive linemen. Nick Caserio needs to go too. Because Nick Caserio can't draft offensive linemen. He can't. It's official. It is completely official. Every time he drafts an offensive lineman, they show you flashes in year one. They take a dip and play bad in year two. And then by year three, they're completely unplayable. Kenyon Green, Juice Scruggs, Blake Fisher, and now even Ursery. Ursery trash. I don't give a damn that this was Josh Allen Akina, or Josh Allen Hines, or Josh Allen Westbrook. What Josh Allen want to change his name to? I don't give a damn. I don't care. Josh Allen's a top 10 pass rusher in the league. I don't care how good Josh Allen is. That wasn't good. There was nothing about what he did was good. Nothing about what he was doing. He was having penalties when he wasn't even with Josh Allen, because that one hold the call was on the damn safety. He was guarding the safety. He had to hold the damn it was a face mask. He had to face mask the damn safety. The safety coming down, he got face mask the damn safety. So I don't give a damn about it being Josh Allen. I don't care about Josh Allen being an all-pro. I don't care about that. Do your job. Do your damn job. And he wasn't doing his job. He's not good as of right now today. By week 3, what is it? September, was it 18th, 19th? No, the 21st. I'm sorry. September 21st. By September 21st, 2025, week 3, Ante Ursery is not good. Not good. So take off your fandom. Take off your, hey, anytime somebody put on the deep steel blue and the Liberty white and the barrel red, I'm rocking with them. And they on my team and they put on that H, I'm rocking. Man, forget all that. Like, forget all of that. Ante Ursery's not good. I'm sorry. Newsflash. He's not good. Not right now. At the very least, not right now. And because of Nick Caserio's track record, I don't think he'll ever be good. Because Nick Caserio can't draft offensive linemen. He can't. So stop it. And that's the reason why I didn't want him to draft offensive lineman in the draft, because I know he has a weak spot drafting offensive linemen. Drafting secondary players, drafting corners, cool. But drafting the offensive lineman, no, he's not good at drafting the offensive lineman. How many times you gotta tell you that? How many times he has to show you that? He showed you that time and time again. First round pick, second round pick, third round pick, jumping up in the first round, moving back in the first round, jumping up in the second round, doing this. He's not good at evaluating offensive linemen. Point blank, period. End of discussion. End of discussion. He's not. He's not good at drafting offensive linemen. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. So it's a wrap. Hang it up. It's a wrap. Go sit over there. It's a wrap. And that's the reason why I don't want him drafting offensive linemen. That's the reason why I didn't want him drafting offensive linemen. That's why I didn't want to draft us all that. And now we do. Absolutely. We look foolish. We look absolutely foolish for trading away Larry Tunsil. We really do. We absolutely look foolish. So all that stuff that people were saying about us when we drafted Larry Tunsil, and we sitting there scoffing, they just don't know. They just don't know. Larry Tunsil false starts, and Larry Tunsil don't practice, and Larry Tunsil this, and he's softly with person. They just don't know. Man, we all look dumb. We all look stupid. We all look point blank stupid. They told us this. They told us this. They told us this. And we want to sit up here because, again, deep steel blue, liberty white, battle red. We rocking with the house. We riding with the house. We rocking with the home squad. We up here being foolish. 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 Complete foolish. Because we bought into it. We bought into the propaganda. We absolutely did. We bought it. Hook, line, and sinker. We did. We absolutely did. Absolutely. We absolutely did. We were foolish for that. We were foolish for that. Hey, contracts and get out the cap space and get draft picks. Hey, we were wrong. We were wrong. And these are the bed. Like, this is the bed that we made. We got lying it. So because of that, Nico, you gonna have to go, bro. You gonna have to go, big dog. You gonna have to go, big dog. Hey, thank you for drafting Will Anderson. Thank you for moving up to get Will Anderson. Thank you for bringing in Darius Stingley. Thank you. Thank you for that. As of right now, I can't even thank you for CJ because what I'm seeing right now doesn't look like a franchise quarterback. Doesn't look like a franchise quarterback. From what I'm seeing right now, does not look like a franchise quarterback. From what I'm seeing right now, I don't see franchise quarterback. From what I'm seeing right now, I still think that he has the capability of being it. But as I've seen right now, from when I've seen the first 3 games of this season and what I've seen at least 15 games out of last season, I can't say I see a franchise quarterback. I've seen. So think about this, because we can talk about his rookie year. As it stands right now, CJ has played more bad football than good football, and that's a fact. He gave you a rookie year and a playoff game. And remember, he missed 2 games in his rookie year, so he even gave you a full 17 games. He only gave you, 15 games. He missed 2 games. So he gave you 15 games. And again, hey, I mean, you got to throw out, you know what I'm saying, his first game his rookie year, that game against Carolina, that wasn't really a good game. So, right, and I mean, you can go out there and pick and see, hey, actually, he didn't even have, I mean, it was games in that season too. It was games in that season too that wasn't just great games. So he gave you that last year. The game against Indy, week 1. And that's pretty much it for last season. So he's giving, and then all 3 games this year so far. He's giving you more bad games than he has good games. So we gotta talk about it. We gotta call a spade, bro. He's showing you right now. He's giving you more bad football than good football in his career. He's giving you more bad football than good football. So he's looking like how people looked at, quarterbacks that play. Remember, hey, Matt Jones, his rookie year went to the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Daniel Jones, who out there balling in Indianapolis now, and then won the playoff game too. We can see, hey, Brock Osweiler won a playoff game for Texans. So all I'm saying is that we've seen more bad than good. So as of right now, I can't even tell Consiglio, thank you for drafting CJ right now, because that still remains to be seen. So what I'm saying is, Nick Consiglio, thank you for the contributions that you have made, but it's time to go into a different direction, because you cannot even you can't do the one thing that we need you to do the most, and that's make sure our quarterback is protected, because because that's your sore spot. That's your absolute sore spot. And shout out CJ 87 for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. They need to bring back. They need to. I thought they said bring back. They need to beg Bobby for his job back. Man, I mean, Bobby, because more than likely Mike McDaniel's about to get fired over there in Miami, so Bobby about to be out of job anyway. And wouldn't that be some stuff, man? I don't even know how you even do that. If you like how that would just look so bad if you bring back Bobby. Because if you bring back Bobby, then you got to keep Bobby. I mean, you're gonna bring back Bobby for the remaining of the season. Like you gonna bring back Bobby for the remainder of the season? I just seen somebody talking about sophomore slump. It's not a sophomore, he's a junior. It's not his sophomore year. This is junior year. Last year was a sophomore year. This is junior year. He ain't a sophomore, he a junior. I ain't never heard of a junior slump. I ain't never heard of that. I ain't never heard of a junior slump. I ain't never heard of a junior slump. Ain't even a sophomore year. This is junior year. Hey, shout out Luz for super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Says, what week does Mills get in? Uh, uh. I mean, you could have made a case to put in Mills today. Honestly, you could have made a case to put in Mills today. I don't think Mills gets in. Honestly, I don't think D'Amico. I don't think D'Amico benches CJ. I don't think. I don't think. I don't think D'Amico benches CJ. I don't think. I don't think D'Amico benches CJ. I don't think D'Amico benches CJ. Uh, I don't think it's even about like I mean we all know that Mills is not better than CJ, but it's to add a spark, it's to grab the attention of the team and stuff like that. I know why coaches do that. I don't think D'Amico benches CJ. D'Amico does not bench anybody on offense. Nobody on offense gets benched. They didn't bench Kenyon Green last year. Kenyon Green got hurt. If Kenyon Green doesn't get hurt, if Kenyon Green doesn't get hurt, Kenyon Green would have started the rest of the season. They was forced to bench Kenyon Green because he got hurt, and then once he got hurt, the offensive line played somewhat better. So then they kept Kenyon Green out, or at least that position played somewhat better. So like they didn't they're not. D'Amico doesn't. He didn't bench DP. He didn't bench DP. He doesn't bench anybody on offense. Now defense, people get benched on defense all the time. Petrie's got benched. Uh, um, C. Harrison got benched. Tull Olsen got benched. Like he's benched people on defense several times. He's benched people in the middle of games. He's never. I mean, because also like one of the clearest persons to be benched was Laremy Tunsil in that game against the Vikings. All them false starts and penalties just for that game, just in that game alone, just to send a message to stop doing it. That's the first. That's when he should have actually benched somebody on the offensive side of the football, but he didn't. Because D'Amico does not bench anybody on defense. He's yet to ever bench anybody on defense. Shout out K Games for Super Chat Love. Definitely appreciate that. Trade CJ, get at least 2 first round picks, and if McDaniels gets fired, hire him as the OC, then trade for Shedeur Sanders. Shout out shout out K double K well KK I guess KK Games for Super Chat Love. Definitely appreciate that. One, I don't think CJ is going to get you two as of right now. I don't think CJ can get you 2 first round picks. I don't think a team is going to give you 2 first round picks for CJ Stroud right now. That's one. Two, I have no problem with Mike McDaniels being OC. I've been saying this. I think one of the best things that can happen is if Mike McDaniels hurry up and gets fired, and the Texans bring him in as just on the staff, not as the OC. Bring him in on staff because I bring him in on the staff as because again, that's what he was in San Francisco. He was the running game coordinator. Bring him in, let him coordinate the running attack. I think if he coordinates the running attack, maybe we can get some more Woody Marks. Maybe we get some more Woody Marks play if he can if you actually brought somebody in that knows how to coordinate the actual running attack. Maybe you could bring in Woody Marks a little bit more because Woody Marks has shown you flashes in the last 2 to 3 weeks. So bring in Woody Marks. Have him coordinate, and also the screens. with Mike McDaniels. Mike McDaniels, I think Mike McDaniels is a good offensive line. Now again, I think he's soft, but as an offensive mind, I think he's a good offensive mind. Even though, wow, Caleb Williams down the field touchdown. I need that too. I got Caleb Williams on my fantasy team. I'm glad I started Caleb Williams against Dallas. My bad, y'all. But Caleb Williams, 2 touchdowns on the day. That's what's up. Uh, and Caleb Williams looking like a way better quarterback than Cole Ridge, Bernard Stroud. Absolutely. But anyway, um, I would definitely bring in Mike McDaniels as a running game coordinator. I think he's a good offensive mind. I think he's weak minded as far as that's why I don't think he's a good enough head coach. But I don't think he's a good enough head coach. But you can bring him in as an offensive minded guy and bring him in on the staff, and then take play calling away from Nick Caley because it's not working. Nick Caley does not know what he's doing. And you're constantly, what you're doing, you're watching an offense. You are absolutely watching an offense. You're watching an offense that is experiment. You're watching an experimental offense. You're watching a guy that's experimenting with his job and doesn't know what he's doing. And that's why I've been saying this for months. I've been saying it when it happened, what the Texans need to do. And the Texans needed to draft. The Texans needed to sign. The Texans needed to sign an offensive coordinator that had experience with play calls. It didn't matter if it was the NFL or college or both. I prefer NFL, but if it was experienced college play caller, I was cool with that as well. But somebody to understand the call play, because the one thing he did right, the one thing I will give him credit on was that he took a shot for the end zone right after a turnover. That's it. That's the only thing I'm really going to give him credit with. It's the only thing I'm going to give him credit with, because his personnel, I don't like any of his personnel packages, none whatsoever. I don't like any like who he has in, why he has him in, when he has him in. I don't like any of his personnel. I don't like that you don't try to get the ball to Willie Marks. Willie Marks has shown you time and time again that hey, if he's somebody that's dangerous, to get the football in his hands, spread him out wide and spread him out wide and dump the ball to Willie Marks. Willie Marks has caught the football in the last 2 games and made a move and got you extra yardage in every single moment. Because like the little 9 yard caught again, 9 yards, but when he caught that pass, it was probably a 3 yard gain. And he turned around and got you another 6, almost got you the first down. He was very close to get you the first down. So he making moves. You know, we seen what he did last week. What was it, like the 37-yard reception he had last week? That was really all on him. We've seen him make plays constantly, but he's not getting on the field. Same thing. Same thing with Noel. Same thing with Noel. We seen Noel make flashes during the return game, but we're not seeing Noel get on the field. Now we see it today. And the one big play he had, the real big play he had, got called back because of a holding call with Ursary. Back to my point about Ursary, out there getting completely abused. Big play. He got called back, and I do think that Noel messed up some, because it looked like CJ wanted to hand the ball off, and Noel kept going, and Noel must. So I'm pretty sure that's probably the reason why Noel is not getting on the field as much as we want him to, because he's not picking up the playbook. And I do think, hey, that is on Noel. I mind you, that's definitely on Noel. That's not all on Nick Caley. That's no, you got to get your head in the playbook. This is your job right now. This is your job. So you ain't got college classes no more. This is your job. However, if you are struggling with that, again, experienced offensive coordinator knows, if my player who is supremely talented and one of my best talented guys, sometimes, hey, we just got to get talent on the field. Maybe we need to dumb this offensive playbook down, because it's different if the offense is clicking on all cylinders and Noel's not picking up the offense and he's not getting on the field. That's different. Then no, you got to step it up. You got to step it up if you want to get on this field. But when the offense is just treading in mud and not doing anything and only getting this is the worst scoring offense. This is going to be the worst. This is the worst scoring offense in the NFL right now. This is the worst scoring offense in the NFL right now. This is the worst scoring offense in the NFL right now. And because it's the worst scoring offense in the NFL right now, you need to do everything you can to get playmakers on the field. So if the offense is too complicated for Noel, for Higgins, for Xavier Hudson, dumb it down. Or let's do some little screens and let's do some little screens and hitches and things like that. Let's get some basic stuff going just to get these guys on the field, because it can't get no worse. I don't want my offense to be too simple, because if it's too simple, the defense can key in on it. Well, newsflash, the defense is keying in on already. The defense is already keying in on your offense. The defense is already shutting down your offense. The defense is already putting a stop to your offense. Your offense ain't doing nothing against this defense. The offense ain't doing nothing. The offense is not doing anything. So again, if you need to dumb it down to get Noel on the field, dumb it down to get Noel on the field. Because when I see Noel and when I see Woody Marks get the football in their hand, they make plays. When I see Noel and when I see get the football in their hands, Woody Marks, they make plays all the time. They make plays. I'm seeing plays being made. Hutchinson the same way. I see the football getting Hutchinson's hands. Hutchinson's getting first down. Hutchinson's making plays. But again, we're not able to get the football to them. We're not able to get the football to them. All right, bro. I got you, bro. I got you, bro. I got you, bro. We're not getting the football to them. We're not getting the football to them whatsoever. Again, I feel like an experienced play caller knows and understands that and gets that done. An experienced play caller gets the football in his playmaker's hands and they make plays. But then also at the same time, I got to put some onus on the playmakers. Because like I said about Nico Collins, I can't hear about you being a top 5 receiver anymore. And I came into the season saying you were a top 5 receiver. The NFL Top 100 came into the NFL season calling you a top 5 receiver. They had you as the 5th best receiver on their list. I think you were 32nd. You're not playing like the 32nd player in the NFL. You're not playing like a top 5 receiver in the NFL. When you're dropping first downs, right there, ball right there in your hand, boom, first down, drop it. Then you climbing the ladder on a drive when we need you. Boom, dropping the football there too. Then the most egregious thing you did was fumble the damn football when we're in the red zone. The Texans were in the damn red zone. We were in the red zone. The Texans right now are 0-5 in the red zone right now. 0-5. 0-5. And I'm not even talking about 0-5 for touchdowns. They 0-5. They can't even score a point in the red zone. Drive gets stalled. A drive gets stalled against Tampa Bay. Fumble against the Rams. Fumble right there. Nico Collins fumbles. CJ throws an interception. You're being stopped in the red zone. Nico Collins at the top. Nico Collins caught the football. I thought Nico Collins about to score a touchdown. Nico Collins caught the football. I'm like, oh man, Nico about to score. He did his little signature spin. Ball get popped out. I said, you got to be kidding me. I know you lying. I'm like, boy, I know you lying. I know you lying. No, wasn't lying. Wasn't lying at all. Not whatsoever. Wasn't lying at all. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. None whatsoever. He fumbled the football. And he fumbled football. I said, that's the game right there. That's the game right there. And then showed to me the cement. What I said was when BTJ called. BTJ been getting shut down all day. BTJ didn't drop 5 passes all day long. BTJ had 5 drops. BJ just dropping wide open pass. Only had one catch. BJ was playing horrible football, looking like one of the worst receivers in the NFL. And then he turns around and catches a 46-yard pass and puts them in. I'm like, cause he's running, and I'm sitting there, and Kamari before his mouth bounds. I'm sitting there. I'm like, Kamari, let him score. Let him score. And then luckily, the next play they let him score with Travis Etienne. Like. Hey, shout out KK Games for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. I may have missed it, but if you were the general manager, what were your immediate actions with team trade wise, or roster moves? Shout out KK Games for super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. One, my first order of business would, like I say, would definitely I would relieve Kaylee of his duties. You're not going to be able to start a new offense, so you're going to you're going you're not going to be able to start a new offense this season. So like this season, the game plan that they run is the game plan that they run. I mean, unless you can kind of revert back to next season. I mean, revert back to last year. But what you can do, I think, as far as like get somebody else that can call some plays and understand personnel and packages and things like that, and who to put on the field. Roster wise, I mean, we need a running back, and we need to find out is if how much is Mixon going to be on this team? Like as far as like is Mixon going to come back? Is Mixon going to be healthy enough to come back? Is it even worth Mixon to even come back? Offensive lineman. I mean, like it's gonna be hard to find like some offensive linemen in the season. Like I don't know, like because we're the team right now that could be potentially like as far as like being a seller, like like use a whole baseball term. You got buyers and sellers, or basketball term too. The teams be buyers and sellers at the trade deadline. The Texans fit the mark of a team of being a seller more so than a buyer. So can you find a team like maybe Cleveland that might have some offensive linemen that you might be able to get to pull off something like that? Maybe Dallas, if Dallas loses a couple more games, but like I mean it's like it's kind of tough because you're rolling with what you're rolling with right now. Like you're going to have to roll with what you roll with. You're going to have to roll with. You're going to have to roll with that. You're going to have to roll with that. Hey, bro. Hey, Bull. I am blaming Nico. I'm definitely blaming Nico Collins. Definitely. Again, because even with all those mistakes, even all the stuff that Nick Cayley was doing, and the bad offensive line play, and the way CJ played, and the big plays the defense gave up, Nico Collins' touchdown would have ended the game. If Nico does not fumble that football right there, the Texans win this game. It's tied at 10. We were moving the football. Nico Collins scores. Nico Collins scores. The Jags get the football with like maybe like 2.5 minutes left. Now they're forced to go the length of the field, and now you need your defense to step up. Now you need your defense to be your defense, and the defense has a chance to redeem themselves from last week. And they didn't. And the thing is, they didn't do it anyway because they let BTJ give up a 46-yard play. And I told y'all that was the weakness of this defense. And y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. I told y'all going into the season during training camp when we had this discussion, I said this defense gives up big plays, and then they gave up a big play against the Lions in the practice. I'm like, see, they give up big plays. And it's a good team though. That's a good team. As long as it's not done a lot. They doing it a lot. They doing it a lot. They're doing it in key moments. Like that's the thing. They're doing it in key moments, and you don't have an offense that can put points on the board. You are the 32nd worst offense in the NFL. You're the 32nd scoring offense in the NFL. You average 14 points a game, and today you only got 10. So that's going to go down even more. Your average one, you're gonna stay at 30 seconds, so you're gonna stay dead last at scoring offense. That's already a wrap. You're gonna be dead last at scoring offense, so you already know that. And on top of that, you're gonna go down in points. It's probably going to be roughly around like 12 points average per game. You were scoring 2 touchdowns a game, averaging scoring 2 touchdowns a game. You can't even get 2 touchdowns on the board. CJ has 2 touchdowns on the season. He's played 3 games, has 2 touchdowns on the season. The only thing that Trevor Lawrence does what Trevor Lawrence does and gives up an interception against the Texans. Only this time it wasn't Stingley because Stingley didn't play the full game because Stingley's constantly getting hurt. And again, we got to have that conversation too. Not only that, same thing with Nico Collins. Always on the field on the last drive, he missed like 4 plays because of his hand. Like I can no longer call you a top 5 receiver. When you fumbling the football and you always got something going on, there's always something wrong with you. There's always something hurt with you. It's the reason why Texas fans wanted us to draft a receiver. It's the reason why Texas fans wanted Matthew Golden or Abuka or my favorite receiver in the draft, Burton. That was my favorite receiver in the draft. And I see he's got a big touchdown against Dallas. And yet the receivers that you did draft, you can't even get on the damn field. You can't even put the receivers on the field. You can't even put the receivers on the damn field that you drafted. You drafted 2 receivers, and neither one of them get on the field that much. Coming out of training camp, everybody was talking about how Hutchinson was out playing Higgins anyway. People want to talk about Higgins because Higgins was a second-round pick, but the talk was that Hutchinson was out playing Higgins and camp. John Harrison them said this. That if it was up to them, Higgins, the X, would be the number 3 receiver behind Nico and Kurt. It would be Nico, Kurt, and Higgins. Not Higgins, but Hutch. Hutch would be the other receiver on the opposite side because Hutch was out playing Higgins in training camp. That's what the talk was. And then no one can get on the damn field. But yeah, I'm seeing Abuka every game this year, balling. 2 touchdowns week 1, another touchdown week 2 against us. I don't know exactly what the number was today. I know he was balling because I got him on my fantasy squad, and I see he had a couple. I see he had double-digit points. So again, out there balling, making stuff happen. I just seen Luther Burden just score about like a 50-yard touchdown against Dallas. Now again, Dallas might be one of the worst secondaries and one of the worst defenses in the NFL, but I digress on that. I see rookie receivers out there making plays, and yet your rookie receivers can't get on the damn field. Shout out Chris once again for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Did Kurt play? Because you said because you said you went. You said you win. What? How you got that? Yo. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because you said when if he does, Jonathan Taylor is number 1 running back in rushing yards. Yes. 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 Kurt played. Yeah. Kurt played. Kurt had what? 3 catches for 25 yards, and like I know 2 of them came on the last drive. 2 of them came on the last drive. And shout out Chris for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Um, but yeah, like I said, Kurt played, and Jonathan Taylor is the number 1. I'm pretty sure. I mean, like I said, I think Indy has the best offense right now. I think Indy has the best offense right now. I can't believe this season. I can't believe we're sitting here at 0-3. I know Deshaun went 0-3 in 2018, and we reeled off 9 straight and won the division. Went to the playoffs. Lost in the playoffs against a division opponent. I know that happened. I know even also in that sequence, we lost a divisional game because we lost at Tennessee, week 2. We lost at New England. We lost at New England week 1, lost at Tennessee week 2, then lost home against the Giants week 3. So you had a division loss, 2 AFC losses, and 1 non-conference NFC loss. So by those things, you were more behind the 8 ball in that 2018 season than you were this year, because even though you're 0-3, it's only 1 division loss and only 1 conference loss, because the other 2 losses are NFC losses. And you have a division opponent, conference division opponent next week. So you have a way to start getting stuff back up and put stuff back in the right direction. I know that. I don't see it this year. I don't see it this year. And that was coming off of what's his name? Deshaun's second year. It wasn't even Deshaun's third year. It was Deshaun's second year. So he was even younger quarterback than CJ Stroud. That was a better offense, better offensive coach in Bill O'Brien, better quarterback in CJ Stroud. I mean, better quarterback in Deshaun Watson, better receiver in Hopkins, and then Will Fuller as your second receiver. Only thing is that the defense is better. But also the biggest thing is there's not a team it wasn't a team in the division that was 3-0. You're 0-3. You're 0-3. You're 0-3. Indy's 3-0. You're 0-3. I knew Chris was gonna come in here because he's an Indy fan and the 3-0. Like, you're 3-0. I mean, like, they're 3-0. You're 0-3. You're 3-0. Well, I said that wrong. They're 3-0. You're 0-3. There's no comeback for that, bruh. There's no comeback for that. None whatsoever. There's no comeback for that. Like, there's there's no comeback for that. Hey, shout out to Jeffrey Huff and Super Chat Love. Definitely appreciate that. The OC has to go, and CJ needs a swift kick. CJ needs a swift kicking because supposedly he's been given more control of the offense. What a waste for a 34 reset. Shout out Jeff Huff and Super Chat Love. Definitely appreciate that. Like you said, hey, offense coordinator needs to go. He says that CJ needs a good kick in the you know what. The CJ needs a good swift kick in the you know what. Hey man, I know. Hey, 34-hour reset. That was a bad football to watch. I know them 34-hour resets beat. Shout out Jeff Huff for Super Chat Love. Definitely appreciate that. But you're right though. He's supposed to have more control of the offense. But my thing is, like the interception. Can't even talk about his interceptions. Like the first interception, he just ain't see the defender. Like he read it wrong and just ain't see he just misread the defense and misread the coverages, which he's done a lot this season. He's misread. He's regressed so much in misreading and misdiagnosing things. And also, I think it's a lot going on with the receiver guy. That's why I don't like them whole choice routes. Receiver. Hey, they can. Hey, depending on what it is, they know. Depending on the coverage, they gonna run a route, and the quarterback got decipher. And like it's a lot of confusion. And this is the stuff that Bill O'Brien did. This is the offense that Bill O'Brien ran, y'all. Like this is the stuff that Bill O'Brien ran, but yet we was cool with Bill O'Brien was doing. I mean, I take that back. We did not like Bill O'Brien doing it, but when Nick Cayley was telling you this, what he was doing all summer long, y'all let people that's on certain Twitter spaces and certain radio stations and certain uh, um certain other entities out here talk about Nick Cayley and him being, with McVay and being part of McVay's tree and all this different type of stuff, and y'all bought into that propaganda. Y'all bought into that. Oh, he's been with Sean McVay, and Sean McVay gonna sprinkle some Sean McVay Rams pixie dust on them, and they're gonna go out there and they're gonna ball, and they're gonna go out there and be explosive offense. And they're gonna go out there and be innovative and doing all these different type of things. When I was telling y'all from the moment before we even hired Nick Cayley, that wasn't a good move. I told you this after we hired Nick Cayley, it wasn't going to be a big move. And then I've been telling y'all this since January. The type of offense that he was about to run. I told y'all this. And that's what this is. This is a worse version of Bill O'Brien's offense. This is a worse. This just like we were talking about how last year that Bobby Slowick was running a worse version of the Kubiak Shanahan offense. It was Shanahan light. It was Shanahan adjacent. It was that's what he was running. This is that times 10 worse. That's that times 10 worse. That was that times 10 worse when it comes to this offense compared to Bill O'Brien's offense. I don't like that. And then the second interception, I see that interception when it happened because I seen the ball being tipped because Ursery let Hines get back there and able to get his hands up to get the hand of the football. So when CJ threw it back, the ball got tipped out of his hand because of the pressure of the defense. Because of the pressure of the defense. Not to mention, was another play earlier with when Ursery tripped CJ. Shout out Chris for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Watching the plumbing of CJ will cry cry he ain't having fun. I think CJ trying to find a way out is gonna come. Shout out Chris for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Man, CJ can find his way out, man. We at that point. We at that point. Like seriously, square business. I said this. I said this last week that you're not paying CJ now. CJ is not getting paid. You're not paying CJ. Yeah, you're not paying CJ. At least not what he's going to be looking for. You're going to pay and offer CJ like a minimum type of contract type situation, or they might not even try to pay CJ at all. I don't know, but if you do even try to offer him to get the contract and get the deal done, you're going to give him a minimum contract. You're going to give him a minimum type of contract. You're going to give him you're going to give him a minimum type of contract. And if you give him if you do that, he's not going to take that because he has that move together. He's not going to take that. And if he doesn't take that, cool. And again, if CJ asses his way out, if he pulls Michael Parsons, Jalen Ramsey, Deshaun Watson, and asks for his way out, you give it to him. You give it to him. Don't haggle. Don't beg. Don't try to go. Give it to him immediately. Give it to him. So I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that. I'm not dealing with that no more. I'm not dealing with that this coming up season. I'm not dealing with that. If he wants out, let him out. Let him out. Again, I don't think, like somebody put here earlier, Somebody put here earlier talk about trade CJ and get 2 first-round picks and then bring go get 2 first picks, go get Mike McDaniels and go get Shador. Again, I don't think a team is going to give you. I don't think a team is going to give you 2 first-round picks for CJ Stroud. For what we're seeing right now, CJ Stroud, I don't see a team giving you 2 first-round picks. I don't see it. I don't see a team giving you 2 first-round picks. We should trade for Shador. I thought we should have drafted Shador anyway. Oh, George Pickens touchdown. That was a clean catch. That was a clean catch. I needed that. I got George Pickens on my fantasy team. That was a clean catch, Pickens. That was a clean. I like that catch. That was a clean catch. But yeah, that was a clean catch. But yeah, but like I was saying though, go out there and I don't know if you're gonna get 2 first-round picks for him, but go out there and trade him. Go out there and go out there and trade him. Go out there and get what you can get for him, and then after that. I see they starting to come in now. They starting to come in now. Hey, I'm a Magic fan, so I know it's some Jag people in my comments. So in my because they 'cause a lot of Jag fans are Magic fans. I know it's some Jag people that follow my channel anyway because of the Magic content. Hey, y'all got it. Y'all got it. And I'm out here. I ain't gonna lie. I got a decision to make because when Jacksonville come to Houston on the 9th, my birthday the next day, and I was supposed to be going to that Jazz game, but also that same day when Jacksonville comes to Houston, the Magic come to Houston too. So I might go to the Magic game, the Magic Rocket game, instead of going to the Texans Jag game for my birthday. Honestly, same day. I might. So Spits with jersey, are you in? Unfortunately, a guy who said he was a franchise quarterback. Unfortunately, a guy who we thought was a franchise quarterback. That's what it is. Who we thought was a franchise quarterback that has not shown any semblance of a franchise quarterback. Yeah, hasn't shown any semblance of a franchise quarterback. Not this season. Not this season. And like I said, the second interception wasn't his fault. That was on Ursery. That was on Ursery. A lot of the pressure on Ursery. And the thing is, I knew it was coming because the announcer was saying about the bright spot is that we have in the last couple of drives we haven't heard Josh Allen's name. The offensive line is doing a pretty good job of shutting down this Jags pass. Shutting down the Jazz pass rush for the past couple of drives. As soon as I said, they about to end this game on a sack. But they gonna get a sack. Probably even the strip sack. They're gonna end this game on a sack. So they didn't get a sack. They was able to get able to force CJ to throw an interception. Like I said, with this putrid offense, only was able to muster up 10 points. Offense only able to muster up 10 points. And again, and the defense set them up for the touchdown. Like the Texans came outside of what? Outside of the Nico Collins touch, yeah, that's it. Nico Collins touchdown on the first drive last week is the only offensive touchdown that this team was able to get by themselves. Every other one was set up either by the defense or the special teams. Hey, shout out to Heartbreak Kid for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. CJ and the offense is trash. D'Amico on the clock. Hey, you can make that case. You can make that you can make that case that D'Amico Ryans he has all the attributes of being a phenomenal defensive coordinator that's just not a good head coach because he can't hire offensive staff. He can't because again, hey, I mean, the Miko's defense is good. The Miko's defense is good, and that's fine. He's not the DC no more. He is no longer. When he took the job in Houston, he was no longer the defensive coordinator. He took the job in Houston to be the head coach, not to be the Houston Texans DC. And even if he was a head coach and DC, like Lovie Smith was, you still took the job to be the head coach. You still took the job to be the head coach. So you're not just the DC. You are the head coach, which means everything falls under your watch. Everything falls under your umbrella. Everything. Every single thing falls under your watch and your umbrella. You control everything. You're in charge of everything. All the coaching hires, all the draft picks, all the free signings. You have to sign off on these things. You and general manager, yes, y'all have to come to an agreement. Because again, the general manager is the person who drafts and also the person who makes the free signings. But I don't think that they'll bring in people who you don't want. I don't think it's just be completely by yourself. So because of that, you have to do a good job of your hiring and your staff. And if Nick Caley ain't it, that falls on you. That's two failed hires that you have. So I agree with you, Heartbreak Kid. Shout out Heartbreak Kid. Shout out Heartbreak Kid for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Shout out Chris once again for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Ben CJ. Ben CJ. We a bunch of Anthony Richardsons. I don't think CJ's getting benched because, like I said earlier, Nick Haley ain't benching CJ, and D'Amico Ryans doesn't bench offensive players. I said that earlier. Like D'Amico Ryans kind of goes back to what I was just saying just a couple seconds ago that about D'Amico Ryans and his not controlling the ship and being a legitimate court, being a guy who is a good DC, good defensive coordinator, but yet not a good head coach. Because we've seen it with people with Rex Ryan, we've seen it with people with Lovie Smith, we've seen it with who else? Eric Mangini, we've seen it with Romeo Cornell, we've seen it with who else? We've seen it with Matt Eberflus. We've seen it with Wade Phillips. We've seen a lot of good. Go Swift! Go Swift! Go Swift! Go Swift! I got DeAndre Swift on my fantasy team too, and also what you call it, Caleb Williams through the pass. So I needed those points. Hey, I need something good happen today. Also, some good happen today. Make sure hitting that like button. More people are jumping here, but the lights ain't going up. Make sure you're hitting that like button. I need some more good stuff happening. But you seen all these DCs fail at their job. They're good DCs, great DCs. They get head coaching jobs and they don't succeed. They don't succeed, and part of it be because what they can't do, they can't hire offensive staff, and they can't draft quarterbacks. So I could see him definitely being one of those. But shout out Chris for super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. And shout out Jeff. Shout out Jeffrey Huff for super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Shador, let's talk about it. Real NFL players, Trey, CJ. We like we did like real play. I got what you're saying. Real NFL players, trade CJ like we did. Massage Watson. Let the backup squad QB run this. Shout out Jeff Huff for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. I actually think Shador is no better than CJ. Shador is another one who he needs a clean pocket. Shador has a lot of similarities to CJ as far as being accurate, supposedly, being accurate and staying in the pocket, being a pocket passer. Also has a lot of mistakes. That bailing out of the back door, making a sack that could be a 4-yard sack, a 15-yard sack. What you call it does that the same type of a clip that CJ does. Like Shador does it the exact same way CJ does. But in saying that, especially when Shador was falling down the draft board. I was like, hey, especially and then also especially after we drafted what was his name, Merks, Grand Merks. We should took a stab at CJ. I mean, we should take a draft pick, a draft situation at Shador. Um, I know people talk about like the circus and the media and all that type of stuff. Going into the season, it wouldn't have been nothing because he had a quarterback in front of him who everybody thought was a franchise quarterback at the time. So so if you would have had him behind, like I always said, I was saying the same thing about like with the whole Kaepernick situation. Like the NFL could easily put a stop to all the speculation. Just put him on a team where there's a legitimate franchise quarterback. Like put back then when it was the Kaepernick, put Kaepernick in New England behind Tom Brady, put Kaepernick in Carolina behind Cam Newton, put him in Green Bay behind Aaron Rodgers, put him in Atlanta behind what's his name, Matt Ryan's. Like you put him around and behind franchise quarterbacks, no one's going to say anything. No one's going to have anything to say. Same thing with Shador. If Shador is behind Lamar Jackson, behind Patrick Mahomes, behind Josh Allen, go and get to the season behind C.J. Stroud, behind Jalen Hurts, no one's going to say anything about Shador Sanders needs to play now because of what's going on with C.J. Now he would be now. This would be a circus because what we see now you think. I mean, we got people in the comments right now. Again, y'all could be the small minority, but I do think if he was actually the backup, it would ring a little bit more louder. But you definitely will have people out here. You got people out here now advocating and wanting us to go trade for Shador. If Shador was the backup, people would definitely have Shador and people would definitely want Shador to actually start. They would definitely want Shador to actually start. So man, shout out to Chris for super. I mean, my bad. Shout out, shout out Chris. Chris did his super chat love, but shout out Jeff Huff for super chat love. Definitely appreciate that, bro. Uh, Shout out Jeff Huff for super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Like I said, I don't think they'll go after. I don't think they go after Shador. Um, I don't think they'll go after Shador, but I do think that we're approaching that time though. We're approaching that time. We are approaching that time, y'all. Absolutely. We're absolutely approaching that time of hey, we might need to do something. And I don't like I think Nick Cayley is a must. Needs to be gone. I'm talking about Nick Casario, D'Amico Ryans, potentially even CJ. The conversation really needs to be had. This is not being knee jerk. It's not being knee jerk. It's not being prisoner of the moment. It's not. Look at everything in its totality. Look at the last year, this year, and everything in between. Like I said, 0-3. Indianapolis is 3-0. Indianapolis, we laughed at this whole Shane Steichens and Daniel Jones. They're the best offense in the league. They're the best offense in the league. Right now, they're the best offense in the league. Scoring points all over. They can't even punt the football. They don't even need to punt the football, y'all. They don't need to punt the football at all. None whatsoever. There's no need for them to punt the football. None whatsoever. No need to punt the football. Y'all got Tennessee in next week. Amy Adams, Cam Ward. Texans going 0-4. Like I said, the Texans are going to be 0-5. This has every making of a team to only win 5 games. This team looks like a 5-win team. This looks like, and again, I know people talk about like firing D'Amico is preposterous. Not if this team only win 5 games. This team looks like a 5-win team. This team looks like a 5-win team. This team looks like a 5-win team. As of right now, no, CJ can't play. Shout out Chris for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Unfortunately, we punted after our third possession. Oh, wow. Damn. So the streak is over. The punting streak, the non punting streak is over. Can CJ read defenses? No, bro. No, no, bro. CJ, like as of right now, CJ has not shown you that he can read defense. Like CJ has not shown. Yeah, hey, bro. CJ cannot. As of right now, CJ is showing you that he can't read defense because that first interception was him not reading the defense. He has errant throws. He's throwing the football everywhere but where a receiver is. He's not making good reads. He had Kurt wide open on one play. He had who else he had open? Was it Hutchinson? I think he had Hutchinson open on another play. Like he's not. Yeah, he's not. He's not. He's not. As of right now, he act like he can't read defense right now. Right now, he can't read defense. None whatsoever. Like this is terrible. This is terrible. Like this is like I did not think that it would be this damn bad, y'all. I did not think it would be this damn bad. I did not think it would be this damn bad. I didn't think it'd be this bad. I thought that Nick Caley wasn't a good hire. I thought that we were going to run a Patriot type offense. Those things I thought coming into the season. I did not think that it would be 0-3. I thought at least around, you know what I'm saying? I thought we would at least, you know what I'm saying, get 2 wins in the first 3. I didn't think it would be 0-3. I didn't even think 1-3 was a possibility, honestly. I thought we would get 2 wins. I thought, you know what I'm saying, we might lose to the Rams, but beat Tampa Bay and beat Jacksonville. Or beat the Rams, might lose to Tampa Bay, but beat Jacksonville. Like, I thought that it would be, you know what I'm saying? I thought that it would be, excuse me, I thought that it would at least be 2-1. 0-3. And don't give me Tennessee because, bro, Tennessee came in NRD last year with Will Levis and beat you. Shout out Jeffrey Huff for the super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. CJ needs to completion. He needs to know his possession is not secure. His position is not secure. Davis Mills and especially the third string QB looking good in the preseason. Shout out Jeff Huff for super chat love. Definitely appreciate that. Now that's one thing I do think this offense definitely suits somebody like Davis Mills. That's part of the reason why Davis Mills looked good during the preseason. Even though it is the preseason, but the reason why you seen a difference in improvement, everybody was talking about how, and also people saying that during camp that when you look at the quarterbacks, that Davis Mills was the best looking quarterback because again, I think that's also the reason why Nick Caserio. That's also the reason why Nick Caserio drafted Davis Mills because he fits that whole Patriot type of blueprint. Like Davis Mills is the same type of quarterback of, like I'm not saying as far as skill set, but I'm just talking about because obviously Tom Brady is the upper echelon, but like Davis Mills and Tom Brady and not Matt Ryan, but Ryan Mallett and Jimmy Garoppolo and Daniel Jones. And I'm not Daniel Jones, but Matt Jones, and who else was in there at that time? the one that went to Kansas City. Matt Castle. Matt Castle. Like all those guys have a same type of like attribute to them. All those guys have the same type of attribute to them. And that's something that this offensive scheme boats well with. That's something with this offense. That offensive scheme can play. That's something with it's not because CJ's a pocket passer. It's not just it's just the way that they throw the football. It's the way they also it's the way they step up in the pocket because these guys are not trying to bail out the back door and trying to move. Like the way they step up in the pocket. These guys have a type of build to them, type of stature to them, and a type of skill set to them that I do believe that will bode well for this type of schematic and this type of scheme and this type of offense. And I do think that you will see a better production. Not saying you'll get more points, not saying you'll get more yard, but you'll see a more efficient, moving, smoother offense because I do think that it does bode well more so with Davis Mills' skill set. And that's the reason why Davis Mills was drafted by Nick Casario. So shout out to Jeff for Super Chat Love. Definitely appreciate that. I don't I don't think that would I don't think that CJ will lose his job because, like I said, D'Amico Ryans has yet to bench anybody on the offense. He's yet to show you he'll bench anybody on offense. However, I do agree that I do think that Davis Mills might even look more crisper in this offense than CJ does. Shout out the skills H Town for the super chiller. Definitely appreciate that. Looking like Oswald out there, looking worse than Oswald out there, honestly. And the thing is, Oswald plays so bad. I stopped watching football. Like, not that I stopped watching football. I was like disinterested in games. Like I was watching games and just like looking at the screen. Okay, like I was doing other stuff while I was watching the game. I wasn't glued in, focused to the game that was going on when Oswald was playing because that's how uninspiring football Oswald played for the Houston Texans and made me not even um care for lack of better words. And that team won 9 games and went to one division, went to the playoffs, and one playoff game. But that's how I felt in that season while Brock Oswald was playing. Uh, but man, hey, shout out to everybody that came through here, man. Appreciate everybody that came through here. If you ain't hit the like button already, man, make sure you hit that like button. I'm gonna give you a chance right now to hit the like button. If you ain't hit the like button already, man, make sure you hit the like button right now. Go ahead, hit that like button. I'm gonna give you a chance right now. Like I said, man, if you ain't hit the like button already, make sure you hit the like button. I'm gonna give you a chance one more time. Hit that like button. I'm gonna give you a chance, man. Make sure you hit the like button. Go hit the like button. All right, all right. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate everybody that came through here. Like I said, everybody hit the like button. Everybody with the super chat love, all the super chat love, definitely appreciate that. Y'all know how much that means to me. All super chat love, y'all hit, man. Definitely, man, appreciate that, dog. Make sure y'all share this video. Make sure y'all comment and share this video. So hey, so we can get more people to pull. So we get more people to pull up when I go live. Cause it'd be way more people here on lives after the game than they do on Fridays. You know, I go live on Fridays, preview the game. So make sure y'all pull up on Friday. Make sure y'all pull up on Friday for the live on Friday. And we're gonna break down and we're gonna preview Tennessee coming in NRG. I'll give you my actual score prediction. And then also we also gonna take a look into the rest of the games of that week. Uh I don't really, cause I don't even know a lot of the games. I know I had I know I had I had Minnesota losing to Cincinnati. Last time I checked, Minnesota was whooping the mess out of Cincinnati. And I had Tampa beating the Jets. I seen Tampa beat the Jets. I had Vegas beating Washington. I think Washington won. I had Carolina beating Atlanta. I know Carolina won. Uh, I don't know what happened in the Green Bay Cleveland game. I had Tennessee beat Indy. I know Indy won. I don't know what happened to Pitt. I don't know what happened with the Pitt, New England, or the Rams and the Eagles. I don't even know what happened in those games. I don't even know what happened in those games. Only games I know Indy beat Tennessee. I know Minnesota beat Cincy. I know Tampa beat the Jets. I know Washington beat Vegas. I know Carolina beat Atlanta. I don't know what happened in the Rams and Philly, Patriots and Pitt, Green Bay and Cleveland. I don't know what happened in those games. Obviously, we know what happened with the Texans. Uh, unfortunately. Oh, the Browns won. What Wow. Wow. I didn't know that. I had Green Bay winning, so I got that one wrong. I had Green Bay winning. I'm gonna start doing that. I'm start also I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Like I said, I will be live Friday. We're gonna break down the Tennessee. We're gonna break down the Tennessee game, preview rather. We're gonna preview Tennessee coming to Houston. We'll see exactly what they're talking about, what they're doing. Cole Kmet touchdown. Dang, that's what 3 touchdowns by Caleb Williams. Good. um, like I said, make sure y'all pull up on Friday. We're gonna break down we'll preview the game rather. We're gonna preview the game. We're gonna preview the rest of the week. Uh, man, Texans fall to the Jags 17-10. Texans are 0-3, worst offense in the league. Indy is 3-0 on the season, and they're the best offense in the league, and you don't see them until November. You gonna get just straight. You can't score no points. But that Ravens and that Bills and that's what I'm saying. Like people talk about that 2018 team, we didn't have to play the Ravens, the Bills, or the Chiefs in that season, and also you didn't have a team in your division that was 3-0. So yeah, that's like I said, I do think the season is. I do think the season is a wrap. Unfortunately, I do think the season is a wrap. But hey, it is what it is. Like I say, like, share, subscribe, comment, click that bell, get more videos. Pull up on Friday so we can talk about the Tennessee, talk preview Tennessee going to coming to Houston and see if Houston can find some way to get out of the loss column. And also, immediately after the game, right here, we're gonna break down what we're seeing. Is this team finally step up and get a win, or are they staring 0-5 in the face going to this bye week? I mean, this either way, I think you're going to go into the bye week either 0-5 and 1-4. You're not going to the bye week with any. You're not going to the bye one. We're guaranteed to go into the bye week with a losing record because the best you can be is 2-3, and that means you have to beat the Ravens, and I don't see you beating the Ravens. But then again, you know what? This is the type of team to do it. This team is the type of team to do it. This team right here is the type of team to beat the Ravens when it means absolutely nothing. When it doesn't mean anything, it doesn't mean anything for your season. You beat the Ravens. You had 5 wins, and one of your 5 wins will be against the damn Ravens, and you don't even get to even cash in on you beating the Ravens as far as a tiebreaker or anything like that. That would be this type of season. That would be that would be this type of season. That actually be fitting for this Texan team. Like I said, like, share, subscribe. If you haven't, comment below. If you haven't, click that bell, get more videos. Make sure y'all pull up. Also, my boy Wink is live right now. So hey, everybody go over there. Like my boy Honcho say, meet me there. Don't beat me there. Pull up on my boy Wink. My boy Wink going live. I know he probably going. He probably yelling and screaming at the TV or at the camera, being completely upset that the Texans lost in the 0-3 and lost to Jacksonville, and how a team that we never lose to. Remember, we never lose to Jacksonville. So when I make my season prediction videos and I have us losing to Jacksonville, like I had losing to Jacksonville last year and I had losing to Jacksonville this year, we don't never lose to Jacksonville. Remember, We lost. CJ's lost to Jacksonville twice. CJ's lost to Trevor Lawrence twice now. Just remember that. He's lost to Trevor Lawrence twice. So, like, share, subscribe. If you haven't, comment below. If you haven't clicked that bell, get more videos. Holla.